Burkina Faso's history is one of resilience, from powerful kingdoms that resisted empires to brutal French colonization to the revolutionary leadership of Thomas Sankara, and now the rise of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, a man many Burkinabé call their modern hero. This is the story of how Burkina Faso became the land of upright people. Long before colonial borders, Burkina Faso was home to thriving African kingdoms. The most famous were the Mossi states, founded in the 11th century. Kingdoms like Ouagadougou and Yetanga had organized armies, taxation systems, and deeply rooted traditions. For centuries, they resisted outside control, even from mighty neighbors like Mali and Songhai. Burkina Faso was never just waiting to be colonized, it was strong, proud, and independent. In 1853, the German explorer Henrik Barth was the first European to visit the area. By the 1880s, things had changed fast. The scramble for Africa had begun. Britain, Germany, and France all wanted influence here, but it was France that made the decisive move. French military expeditions pushed deeper into the region, defeating local rulers, and in 1896, the Mossi capital of Ouagadougou fell. By 1898, France had complete control, with the Anglo-French Convention fixing borders we see today. At first, Burkina Faso, then called Upper Volta, was grouped into the colony of Upper Senegal and Niger, ruled from Bamako. Later in 1919, it became a separate colony. The French relied on local chiefs for administration, but imposed French law, forced labor, and the French language in schools and government. But the people resisted. The Volta-Bani War of 1915 to 1917 was one of the largest uprisings in French West Africa. Tens of thousands rose against colonial rule. The French sent massive military expeditions to crush it, and they did, but the memory of resistance never died. After World War II, African nationalism gained momentum. Upper Volta was dissolved in 1932, split between its neighbors, but in 1947, the colony was restored. Finally, on August 5, 1960, Burkina Faso, still called Upper Volta, gained independence from France. Yet, independence brought new struggles, political instability, coup, and leaders often tied to France's interests. In 1983, a young charismatic officer named Thomas Sankara seized power. He renamed the country Burkina Faso, meaning land of upright people. Sankara became one of Africa's most radical and inspiring leaders. He launched a massive vaccination campaign, prioritized education and literacy, empowered women, banning forced marriages, and promoting gender equality, and pushed for self-reliance, urging Burkinabe to consume what they produce. He even refused luxury for himself, riding a bicycle or modest Renault 5 car instead of limousine. Sankara's message was clear: we must free ourselves from neo-colonial control. But his bold reforms and defiance of foreign powers made him enemies. In 1987, he was assassinated in a coup led by his former ally, Blaise Compaoré. Sankara was gone, but his legend lived on. After Sankara's death, Burkina Faso endured decades of corruption, poverty, and instability. Blaise Compaoré ruled for 27 years until a popular uprising in 2014 forced him to flee. Since then, Burkina Faso has faced constant security challenges, including extremist violence spreading from the Sahel. The people long for strong leadership once again. In September 2022, a 34-year-old captain named Ibrahim Traoré took power in a coup. At just 34, he became the world's youngest head of state. Unlike many leaders before him, Traoré positioned himself as a man of the people. He speaks directly to citizens, often in local languages. He promotes self-reliance, echoing Sankara's ideas. He expelled French troops and turned to new alliances, especially with Russia, to strengthen Burkina Faso's security. Many Burkinabe admire him because he dressed simply, often in military uniform. live modestly, avoiding flashy lifestyles, and speak passionately about sovereignty and dignity, creating a new economy and infrastructure for the country. For a country battered by insecurity and decades of political disappointment, Traoré represents hope. Crowds cheer his name, and murals of him appeared across Ouagadougou. Some even call him the new Sankara. Burkina Faso's journey is remarkable, from powerful Mossi kingdom to French conquest and resistance to independence, Sankara's revolution, and now the era of Ibrahim Traoré. Through it all, one theme has endured: the struggle for dignity and true independence. The people of Burkina Faso have always fought to remain upright, true to the meaning of their nation's name. Burkina Faso's story is not just about colonialism, it's about courage, resistance, and leaders who dare to dream of freedom. Thomas Sankara inspired Africa with his vision, and today Ibrahim Traoré carries that torch in the eyes of the people. The question is, will Burkina Faso finally achieve the lasting sovereignty it has sought for centuries? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Traoré is truly the new Sankara, or will history judge him differently?